I wake up in the soft light of early morning, feeling a gentle hope rise in my chest. The quiet hum of the wind outside my window reminds me that each new day can bring small moments of peace. I slip out of bed and tiptoe into the kitchen, where I carefully prepare a simple breakfast. As I pour hot tea into a small cup, I remember how my mentor once taught me the importance of small acts of care. That memory warms me now, like a gentle promise that even simple routines can hold deep meaning. My name is Anna. I live in a small apartment near a park. Every day, I try to make time for quiet reflection. I write in my diary, and I write down my thoughts. I write about my feelings, my small joys, and my gentle struggles. I have learned to love myself by learning to care for the simple parts of my day. This morning, after breakfast, I sit by the window. The sun is just beginning to rise. I watch the shadows move on the pavement. I see a bird flutter from branch to branch in the old oak tree outside. Its song is soft and clear. I feel my heart lift as I listen. I think about how life is made of many small, quiet moments that, when put together, bring peace and healing. I begin to write in my diary. My words are simple. I write, "Today is a new day. I am here." I feel the gentle warmth of the sun and the cool whisper of the wind. I am learning to love myself. My pen moves slowly, and I try to let my heart speak. In these moments, I see my own strength. I see that I can find joy in the little things. After my writing, I take a slow walk in the park. The path is quiet, and the air is fresh. I pass by small flower beds and tall trees. I notice the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. I feel calm and safe in this gentle world. I breathe deeply and feel my worries slowly drift away. The park is my friend. It listens without judgment. It holds my secrets in its green embrace. As I walk, I remember a time when I was not so sure of who I was. I recall days when sadness filled my heart. There were moments when I felt lost in a dark forest of fear and doubt. I remember a time when I thought I could not be loved. But here, in the simple beauty of nature, I learn that every day brings a chance to begin again. I sit on a small bench under a tree. I open my diary again and write about my past. I write about my childhood when I was shy and afraid. I write about my mistakes and my failures. But I also write about moments of joy. I remember a kind smile from a friend and the warm hand of my mother when I was small. I write about these memories as if I am holding them close to my heart. I see them as bright lights that help me in the dark. In the afternoon, I return to my apartment. I make myself a cup of tea and sit at my little desk. I have a window that looks out to a busy street, but here inside, the noise is far away. I write some more. I write about the feelings that come and go like the tide. I write about the fear that sometimes makes my heart race, and I write about the hope that lifts me up like the morning sun. I remind myself that each feeling is part of me and that I am learning to love all parts of who I am. My diary is my friend. It listens to all my thoughts without judgment. It does not ask for changes, it only listens. I have learned that listening to my own thoughts is a kind act. It is a way of telling myself, I am important. I deserve care. the act of writing brings me closer to understanding myself. I feel that each word, each sentence, is a step on my journey inward. I face a soft challenge today. I have a worry that sometimes stops me from living fully. I often feel that I am not enough. I feel that my voice is too quiet in a world that seems to shout. I worry that my small acts of care are not enough to hold back the darkness inside me. This feeling comes quietly, like a shadow that follows me around. I have not learned how to fight it, but I have learned to live with it. I write about this worry in my diary. I write, I feel small sometimes. I feel like I am not enough. I worry that the darkness in me will one day be too strong to hide. But then I also feel the light. I feel the warm sun on my face. I feel the kind touch of a friend. I see the beauty in small moments. I am learning to love even the parts of me that feel small. Writing these words gives me a sense of peace. It is as if I am sharing my secret with an old friend. In the quiet of the evening, I take another walk. I visit a little garden near my home. The garden is filled with soft, colorful flowers. I walk slowly along the gravel path. I touch the petals gently and feel the cool grass under my feet. In the stillness, I feel close to the earth. I know that the earth holds many secrets of healing. I see that every flower has a story, just as I do. Each bloom is a sign of nature's gentle resilience. I meet a kind old woman in the garden. She smiles and greets me softly. We talk about the flowers, the birds, and the quiet beauty of the evening. Her words are few but full of wisdom. She tells me we all have our seasons. Sometimes we are like a budding flower, full of hope. Other times, we are like the fading light of the day. Both are beautiful. I listen carefully. I feel her words like a soft song in my heart. I nod in agreement. Her gentle wisdom makes me feel seen and understood. Later that night, I sit by my window and look at the starry sky. The night is deep and calm. I feel the soft glow of the moon on my face. I write in my diary one last time before sleep. I write about the gentle moments of the day, the kind voices I have met, and the quiet strength that grows inside me. I write, today, I learned that self-love is a gentle journey. It is found in the quiet moments and in the soft words we share with ourselves. I am enough. I am loved. I close my diary and set it beside my bed. I feel a deep sense of peace as I lie down. I know that tomorrow will bring another day of quiet reflection, of soft steps along a winding path. In my heart, I carry the hope of healing and the promise of gentle growth. In the days that follow, I continue my journey inward. Each morning, I wake up to the soft light of the new day. I spend a few moments in silence before the world stirs. I make my tea and I sit by the window. I notice the small things, a leaf that has fallen, a bird singing, the gentle murmur of life outside. These moments remind me that the world is full of beauty, even when I feel small. I write every day. Sometimes my diary is full of simple words, other times it holds longer thoughts. I write about my fears, my dreams, and the quiet love I find in everyday life. I write about how I once felt lost and how I slowly learned to find the path back to myself. I see that my struggles were part of a larger story, a story of growth and of the power of being kind to myself. I sometimes think about the past, when I was very unsure of who I was. I remember the nights when I could not sleep because I was too scared of the dark. I remember the days when I thought I was invisible, that no one could see the true me. Those were hard times. I felt alone, even in a crowd. But as I walked slowly through life, I learned that I could find light even in the darkest moments. I learned that even the smallest spark can bring warmth. One day, I decided to visit an old park where I spent time with my friends many years ago. The park is still there, and it still holds the memories of laughter and gentle hugs. I walk the familiar path and sit on the old bench. I close my eyes and breathe in the sense of fresh air and cut grass. I remember the voices of my old friends and the soft music of our shared moments. I think about how, even though we have all changed, the love we had is still there in the echoes of the park. I write, I see the love in the old park. It is a quiet love, a love that stays even when people change. I meet a young man in the park. He is reading a book under a large tree. His eyes are kind and his smile is soft. We talk about the simple joys of life. He tells me that he, too, has learned to find beauty in small moments. We share our stories of quiet struggles and gentle triumphs. I find comfort in his words. I realize that I am not alone in my journey. Many of us are walking a similar path, learning to love ourselves with all our quiet flaws. In the weeks that follow, I feel the changes inside me. I feel a slow and steady growth. The fear of not being enough still visits me sometimes, like an old friend who comes by to say hello. But now, I know that I can meet that fear with kindness. I write, I welcome my fears. They are a part of me, but they do not define me. I am more than my fears. I am a collection of gentle moments, a quiet strength, and a deep, growing love for myself. I learn to take small risks. I join a small writing group at a local community center. There, I meet people who share my love for simple words and gentle reflections. We sit in a circle and share our writing. Their words are soft, and they remind me that I have a voice. I read a short piece about a day in the park, and as I speak, I feel a warmth spread through my chest. I see the nods of understanding in the faces around me. I know that my words matter, even if they are simple. In that circle, I feel seen. I also take long walks in the evening. I follow a winding road that leads me to a small bridge over a quiet stream. The water flows softly, and I listen to its gentle murmur. I think about how the stream never stops moving. Even when it meets obstacles, it finds a way around them. I compare this to my own journey. I, too, can flow around the hard stones in my path. I write, like the stream, I can keep moving. I can find my path even when there are stones in the way. There are days when the weight of old memories feels heavy on my heart. On such days, I take extra care of myself. I prepare a warm bath with a few drops of lavender oil. I light a candle and listen to soft music. In the silence of the bath, I let my thoughts float away. I think of all the little steps I have taken toward loving myself. I see that even in moments of sadness, there is beauty in caring for my heart. I remember a time when I doubted if I could ever find peace. I used to look in the mirror and only see a person filled with fear and uncertainty. But now, when I look at my reflection, I see someone who is slowly healing. I see someone who is learning to accept every part of herself, the good, the bad, and the quiet in between. I see my reflection as a friend. I see strength in my eyes. I see a journey that is full of hope. These words make me smile softly, for I know that I am becoming whole. One rainy day, I sit by my window and watch the raindrops slide down the glass. The rain makes a soft, rhythmic sound. I feel the cool air on my face and the gentle patter on the roof. I write about the rain washes away old pain. It leaves behind a clean, fresh start. I feel like I can begin again after every storm. The rainy days remind me that even when the sky is gray, there is beauty in the world. I see that storms come and go, and after each storm, the air feels fresh and new. I begin to understand that healing is a gentle process. It is not fast or loud. It is quiet and slow. I have learned that every day is a chance to learn something new about myself. Every day is a chance to be kinder, to be braver, and to love more deeply. I write often about the lessons of the day. I write about how a kind word from a stranger, the soft glow of a sunset, or the simple act of writing in my diary can change my mood. I see that every small act of care is a building block of a happier life. As the months pass, I feel the seasons change. I see the leaves turn gold in the fall and then fall softly to the ground. I watch winter bring a quiet calm, with soft snow covering the world in white. I see spring arrive with fresh green leaves and delicate blooms. In each season, I find a part of my own journey. I learn that change is natural and that each phase of life has its own beauty. I write, I am like the seasons. I change and grow. I find beauty in every change. These words remind me that life is a series of gentle beginnings and endings. I also begin to share my writing with a few close friends. I read my diary entries aloud in a small circle of trust. Their eyes shine with understanding and care. They tell me that my words touch their hearts. In that moment, I feel the power of my own voice. I realize that by sharing my inner thoughts, I can help others feel less alone. I write, I share my words because I know that in every heart, there is a quiet story waiting to be told. My story is small, but it is real. It is full of hope and gentle love. Hearing their kind words, I know that I am on the right path. Every day, I learn a little more about what it means to love myself. I learn that self-love is not a loud, proud declaration. It is a quiet nod to myself each morning, a soft touch on a tired cheek in the mirror, a warm word written in a diary. I learn that self-love grows slowly, like a tiny seed that needs care and patience to bloom into a beautiful flower. I write, I am a garden of small wonders. I need time and care to bloom. I am gentle and strong. These words are my truth, and they help me see that even on my hardest days, I am making progress. One day, I face a challenge that tests my gentle heart. I receive news that a dear friend is moving far away. This friend has been a bright light in my life. the thought of saying goodbye brings a soft ache to my heart. I feel a deep sadness mixed with a gentle understanding that change is part of life. I write about this loss. I feel the sadness of parting. It is a quiet, deep pain. But I also feel gratitude for the time we shared. I know that true bonds remain, even when distance grows. I call my friend, and we talk for a long time. We share memories and soft promises to keep in touch. Though my heart is heavy, I feel that our bond is strong and will continue to grow even with the distance. In the days after my friend leaves, I find comfort in my routines. I take extra walks in the park. I sit by my window and listen to the gentle sounds of the world. I write more in my diary. I write about the feeling of missing someone and about how I learned to hold that feeling gently. I write, missing is a kind of love. It is a quiet reminder that someone has touched my life. I hold my memories close and let them warm me from the inside. Through these words, I begin to see that even loss can be a lesson in love. One evening, after a long day of quiet reflection, I sit on my small balcony. The night is cool and calm. I look up at the sky and see the stars twinkling like soft promises. I feel a deep connection to the universe. I think about how vast and mysterious the world is, and yet here I am, a small part of it, filled with love and hope. I write, in the quiet of the night, I see my dreams reflected in the stars. I am small, but I am part of something big. I am loved by the universe, and I love it back. In that moment, I feel a peace that is both gentle and strong. I start to see change in myself. I notice that I am kinder to myself. I speak softly in my own mind, replacing harsh words with gentle affirmations. I tell myself, I am enough. I am worthy of love. I am gentle, and I deserve care. These words become a mantra, a quiet song that I hum as I go about my day. I find that when I treat myself with kindness, I can face my challenges with more strength and calm. I am learning that healing does not mean the pain goes away, but that I can learn to live with it in a softer way. I remember a cold winter day when I felt very lonely. The wind howled outside, and I felt the chill in my bones. But even on that day, I found a small light. I wrapped myself in a warm blanket, made a cup of hot cocoa, and sat by the window. I watched the falling snow and wrote in my diary, even in the cold, there is warmth. I can find heat in a kind word, in a soft memory, in the gentle light of my heart. I read my words again, and they reminded me that I had the power to create warmth in my own life. Slowly, I see that my journey inward is a path of many small steps. I learn that every day is an opportunity to listen to my heart and to care for my inner self. I learn that even the smallest act of kindness toward myself can lead to great healing. I write about each day, and as I do, I feel the shadows inside me slowly fade away. I write, I am healing. I am growing. I am learning to love every quiet part of me. These simple words help me see that my journey is full of hope. In my quiet moments, I also remember to smile. I smile at the gentle beauty of the world, the soft bloom of a flower, the playful dance of light and shadow on my walls, the warm glow of a street lamp on a rainy night. I smile because I know that life is full of little miracles. I see that even on days when I feel low, there is always something small to be grateful for. I write, I am thankful for the little things. They are the building blocks of my joy. I find love in every gentle moment. I continue to grow in my understanding of self-love. I learn that it is not about being perfect, but about accepting myself fully. I learn that every day is a new chance to choose love over fear, to choose peace over worry. I write, I choose love. I choose peace. I choose to see the beauty in the simple moments of life. In this choice, I find a deep and lasting strength. I feel that no matter how hard the day, I have the power to create my own little world of calm and kindness. As I look back over the months, I see that I have changed. I see that I have learned to greet each day with a gentle smile. I see that I have learned to write down my feelings and let them go like leaves in the wind. I see that my heart is slowly healing and that every day brings a new chance to grow. I write in my diary, I am proud of the small steps I have taken. I am proud of my journey inward. I am learning to love myself more each day. These words echo in my heart like a soft lullaby. I know that my journey is not finished. There will be more days of challenge and more moments of quiet reflection. But now, I feel more prepared. I know that I can meet my fears with gentle strength. I know that I can find light even when the world seems dark. I write, my journey continues. I face each day with hope. I know that my heart is strong and my love for myself is growing. In these words, I find a clear, gentle path forward. Now, as I write this on another calm evening, I look at my diary and smile. I see that my pages are full of words that tell a story of healing. I see that every simple sentence, every quiet moment, has helped me understand that self-love is a gentle, ongoing process. I think about the soft morning light, the kind voices, and the peaceful walks that have shaped my days. I feel a warm glow inside. I write one final thought. I am on a gentle journey. I love myself, and I am loved by the world. I am enough. I close my diary and place it on my bedside table. I lie down in bed and look up at the ceiling. I let my mind wander over the soft memories of the day, the aroma of fresh tea, the sound of the wind outside, the kindness of a friend's smile. I let these thoughts lull me into a peaceful sleep. I know that tomorrow will be another day filled with small wonders, quiet moments, and the deep, healing power of self-love. I have learned that life is a series of gentle steps. I have learned that every day is an opportunity to see the beauty in the ordinary. I have learned that even when I feel small, I am part of a vast, beautiful world. In my heart, I hold a deep truth. I am enough, and I deserve all the care I can give myself. Every morning now, I wake up with gratitude. I give thanks for another day, another chance to be kind to myself and to the world. I sit quietly by the window, sip my tea, and write my thoughts down. Each word is a reminder that I am on a path toward healing. I remind myself that even the smallest act of care is a step toward a brighter, gentler future. In the soft light of dawn, I see my reflection. I see the many small moments that have shaped me, the quiet walks, the kind words, the simple acts of writing. I see a person who is learning, growing, and loving herself more each day. I smile at the person in the mirror, knowing that every day is a new beginning. My journey is not perfect, and there are still days when I struggle with old doubts. Yet, I embrace these moments with the same gentle care I give to every part of my day. I have learned that healing is not about erasing the past, but about welcoming every part of myself with kindness. I write, I welcome all of me, even the broken parts. They are part of my story. I am whole in my own quiet way. I often think about how far I have come. I remember the days when I could not see the beauty in my own life. I remember the nights when I was afraid to face the mirror. But now, I see a brave, gentle soul in the reflection. I see someone who has learned to treasure the simple moments of life, who finds strength in quiet words and gentle acts. I write, I am brave in my own way. I love who I am becoming. I am learning to live with a soft, steady heart. Tonight, I sit by the window one last time before sleep. I watch the moon rise over the quiet city. I feel the cool air and the gentle touch of night. I write, in the calm of the night, I find peace. I am part of the great, silent story of the stars. My heart beats softly with hope. I close my diary, feeling the tender power of my own words. I know that tomorrow will be another day, a new chapter in this gentle journey inward. As I drift off to sleep, I hold close the thought that every day is a new chance. A chance to love myself a little more, to see the beauty in the simple things, and to find strength in the quiet moments of life. I am on a gentle journey, one step at a time, and I trust that every step will lead me closer to the self-love I seek. I sleep peacefully, knowing that my journey is full of light, even in the darkest moments. I am learning that the softest voices, including my own, can be powerful enough to heal. I am enough, and I am loved. I am here, and each day I choose to care for myself, to write my truth, and to let the gentle beauty of life guide me forward. This is my story, a quiet, simple journey of healing, self-love, and growth. Every page of my diary is a step on the path to understanding that I am a work in progress, and that every day is a new chance to become a kinder, more loving person. I carry this truth in my heart, always reminding myself, I am enough. I am loved. I am on a gentle journey, and the road ahead is filled with soft light and quiet hope. And so, with each rising sun and every falling star, I continue my journey inward, embracing the gentle art of living, one simple moment at a time.